All right, my friends, it is time to take two and call us in the morning. Your favorite twin docs, Dr. I and Dr. J, are back to answer those burning health questions that we're all curious about. Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm still laughing throughout commercial break about this nighttime cuddling that the three of us are about to delve into. True or false? Let's just get straight to it. Nighttime cuddling can worsen a couple's stress levels. I'm going to say false on that.
That is true. Move on, Mark. No, I'm kidding. That is false. That is false, right? So we know the world is stressful, right? We have stress in all aspects of our life. When we're stressed, we release stress hormones, epinephrine, norepinephrine, cortisol. And these things increase our blood pressure, increase our risk for heart attack, stroke, diabetes, cancer, poor immunity, all kinds of horrible things, right? Well, this is the thing. When you cuddle, assuming you like the person you're cuddling with, when you cuddle, you release hormones like oxytocin. Oxytocin is that feel-good hormone. And so oxytocin is going to reduce the levels of cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine. It's going to reduce your blood pressure, reduce your heart rate, and you just feel happy, right? And so they've actually done studies that show that when you cuddle on a regular basis, by reducing all of these stress hormones, not only do you feel better, but you actually have better health. And it also makes your relationship stronger. So if you like the person to wake up with at night, go for it. Great for health, great for mental health.
I was kind of hoping it was true because with me waking up at 2 a.m., my husband and I are ships passing in the night. There's not a lot of nighttime cuddling happening right now. So hoping that was true, but we'll go with false. Okay, cutting calories can be good for your waistline, but bad for your mental health. I'm going to say true on that.
That is true.
It doesn't sound fun, so yeah, we're going with true.
And the thing is, it's funny, I do a fast once a month every year. And I would find when I was doing the fasting, I'd always tell you, Drews, I feel so depressed. And I thought it was just because I was a big back and I was missing my food. And I am a big back and I do miss my food, but there's actually science to back it up. So what ends up happening is, especially when you're doing calorie restricted diets, you're not just restricting calories, you're restricting micronutrients. You're getting fewer fatty acids. You're getting less folic acid. You're getting less iron. You're getting less zinc. All of these things that are super important in the production of neurotransmitters that affect your mood, your dopamine, your serotonin. And so those levels tend to fluctuate and crash, and you tend to feel depressed. Yeah. Also, when you restrict calories, your body's stressed. It's like, what's going on here? So you produce stress hormones like cortisol.
Yeah.
You get hangry, exactly. That affects the mood as well. And so it actually, and it's interesting, they found that it applies to everybody, but more to men. Calorie-restricted diets tend to lead to depressive symptoms. So if you're going to cut the calories, 500 a day, maybe 1,000 at the most.
Okay. I'm not skipping any meals right now in this stage of my life. Yeah. So I'm doing good up here for the meantime. True or false? AI will soon be your dermatologist's best friend when it comes to diagnosing skin cancer. False.
We're going to have to go with true on this one, Marky. So this is the thing. When, first of all, skin cancer is the most common cancer. 20% of Americans will be diagnosed with skin cancer. So it's very common. That's number one. Now, when it comes to certain things like breast cancer, we've got the mammogram. We've got the pap smear for cervical cancer, colonoscopy for colon cancer. We've got these screening tests, right? For skin cancer, there's no one screening test. The best screening test for skin cancer is a full head-to-toe body examination. So we tell people at home, check, all the places you can see for any strange changes in color, any lumps, things like that. But the best way to screen for skin cancer is to have your dermatologist or your primary care doctor do a full head-to-toe scan of your skin. Now, we're pretty good at doing things, right? AI is better at everything, right? And so they actually did a study where they've got this new AI that it increased skin cancer diagnoses by 12% when the doctor did the screening with the AI. And just looking at all skin diseases, cancerous lesions, psoriasis, things like that, increased diagnosis by 20%. So wear your sunscreen, sun protection, all those good things. Make sure you see your dermatologist every year. But yes, AI is coming and AI is going to put us all out of work, including the dermatologist.
AI is already here. It's not even coming. It's already here. It's changed the name of the game already. And you guys know I have to ask you my pregnancy question of the week. I'm now entering third trimester here. So home stretch. I'm already forgetting things from the first time around. What changes should I start implementing? Because right now I'm not doing anything different. I'm still taking 3 HIIT workout classes a week. I'm not changing how I eat, but I'm certainly not sleeping anymore. So should that change? What adjustments should be made in this home stretch?
No. Honestly, there aren't many adjustments that you need to make. The exercise is great. We recommend that all pregnant women throughout their entire pregnancy exercise. But as you're getting closer, you want to exercise more because research has shown that people who exercise at least 30 minutes 3 times a week, third trimester, decrease the length of their labor by anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half and they can have a quicker postpartum recovery. So exercise, fantastic. Dietary changes, you don't really need to change your diet much. You might want to increase your protein intake a little bit just because that can also quicken the postpartum recovery. You want to hydrate more just so that you can start preparing for breastfeeding and things of that nature. But beyond that, just nest, enjoy the quiet time, and keep doing what you're normally doing.
Enjoy getting uncomfortable, really uncomfy in these
There you
last few
go.
weeks. Okay,
That's my
good to
medical
know. Then I
advice.
will continue on, my friends. Thanks to both of you as always. You're the greatest, and we'll see you again next week. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
To have your medical or health questions answered on our show, find Dr. I and Dr. J on social media at the Twin Doctors _ or find them on their website.